If you're watching this live, welcome. If you're watching this after the fact, also welcome. Hello. So I'm going to be working on Anglo-Saxon knives today. I have one started, which is an example that the archaeological teams in Britain dug up in the 20s that the British Museum has. I'm going to put that together today. And I'm going to keep forging this Langseax, which is going to be more of an early Essex style, Kentish style. It's going to have a long fuller on one side, a kind of a rat tail tang, but it doesn't go all the way through. It won't be a through tang, and it will be riveted on in the traditional style. So that's what I'm up to. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section below, or ask them in the live chat if you're here watching live. We'll get the fire started now for the forge. There we go. Let that clean itself out a little bit. See if these fit the tongs. Kind of. Forge this into the tang now. Yeah, I'll forge this other end of the tang. Now heat it up. Play the waiting game. This is one of the handles for the smaller knife I'm putting together. I'll work on that now. It's over in the vise. Over here. Maybe I'll bring you guys closer, see what's going on. See what I'm working on. Can't zoom in live stream, unfortunately. I can just do my best. So the knife is here in the device, and I'm currently just using a junk file. I don't care how I use it, just to make some notches into the tang, because I made the steel, yes, I made the steel too hard in the forge. So, I'll show you this. You can't, see if you can see it in the light. This is the knife I made. I took the temper out of it, tried to drill holes in it. You can see the hole marks in the middle. She wouldn't drill. Couldn't drill through it. So, I should punch the holes next time. Don't want to do it on this blade. This is just going to have these notches in here to keep the epoxy. In the old days, they would have used hot pitch, but same principle. It would have locked it in. They act as like keyholes, these little notches I'm filing in. So back into the vise for that. Better check my iron too soon. Again, I don't care how I use this file. The junk file, so I go back and forth like a bastard file, even though it's probably not a bastard file. Just using the corner of the file to get purchase in there, make these channels. There we go. Check the forge now. Zoom you guys back out a little bit. Let's see what's going on. There it is. Going on in the fire. Oh, it's hot. Wanted to make the side of the tang, right? Let's do that. It doesn't have to be too crazy for a tang. These tongs are terrible at this. That's why I'm trying to get the tang built first. So my other tongs can grab it from the tang side. Again. Try to find other tongs. I could try using these, but Swedish knife maker tongs are meant for a certain size. All right. I'm just taking a coffee break. Gonna be multitasking. I might be doing that. Probably use a better thumbnail for this live stream. It looked pretty dull. It was before we started the fire. Oh boy. Check this file here real quick. Gonna flip it around. The bottom's done. Not the file, I mean the knife. Needs more filing. There we go. More forging of the tang. I've noticed in Anglo-Saxon finds, especially earlier ones, the top and bottom point where the shoulder where the tang meets the blade or the bolster is very graceful. It's like a swoop. Here in more modern blades, you have like a 90 degree with a nice gentle curve inside, not a tight curve. You ever see a tight line like that on a knife that was machined by someone who had no idea what they were doing? You never want to have a square corner in a spot like that on a bolster. You always want it to go look square and at the very end curve to relieve that corner. If you don't relieve that corner and you leave it perfectly 90 into itself, asking for doom. Consider being my apprentice or taking my online lessons to find out why that is. Little rhombus, I don't like it. Pop this corner in a little bit. There we go. Back to that. We have to punch at least one hole in this, and that'll be the rivet, the rivet hole essentially for the handle. I do have one more piece of antler left I could use for this as well. This could also have an antler handle. But I also have a piece of ironwood picked out I could use. I also have Danish bog iron. But that's not bog iron. Danish bog alder wood. If I can take Danish alder wood, I'm thinking either for the Langseax that I'm making now, or I'm making another sax after this, after today, out of meteorite fragments. Probably save the Danish alder for that, or the Ukrainian burl. I'm on the fence. Maple burl, beautiful. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section or in the chat. Let's see here. That needs more heat. That needs more heat. Check the live stream chat real quick and sip my coffee. No questions. That's fine. I'm going to keep working. In between, if I feel like it, I'll do some filing on that. That's ready to be cleaned and actually epoxy into the handle. I'm going to use some modern methods to get into the handle and some ancient ones, a mixture of both. I think you'll enjoy it. Like for the pilot hole, I like to just drill that out. It's easier. For a Langseax, you want a nice stout rat tail. Especially with a nice pinhole in there. I might put 2 pinholes in there, but that's, I haven't seen a Seax or a Anglo-Saxon with 2 pins, but I'm sure they existed. I'm sure they do exist, I just haven't looked at them personally. So why not? You can do 1, you can do 2. Yeah, it might take you more time, but you might have clients that want that in the old days. You know, Hrothgar wants 2 rivets in his Seax. Okay, that's an extra gold piece. Might have to make the punch for the hole. We'll see. We will see. A little pointier. The taper's okay. Don't want it too thin for punching though. That's another thing. Much more better. It's still a bit stout to be a Seax, or even a Langseax. Now that's something I need to make a video about. I'm even a little unsure how to quantify it, because we have Seax, which is a small generalized word for knife in Old English. And then we have Langseax, which is like a long battle weapon, slightly different, profile than the kitchen stuff you'd see in the burials, in the common burials. And then you'd have the Anglo-Saxon, which is like a broken sword repurposed into a Seax, which it has a nice hilt on it and clearly meant for battle. So I mean, there's really three generalized designs from that period, Germanic designs, I should say. Now you'll find in the archaeological sites, you'll still see knives from other influences, like the Celts, the Romans and the Celts mixed together, and even Eastern Empire stuff. In the Eastern Roman Empire, you see things from there. So it can get pretty confusing when you're digging things up in the ground. You gotta have the eye for the style and the form. Seaxes have a typical drop point of some kind, either slightly down or drastically cut on a triangle basis. That is the most important part of identifying the Seax. If it's straight backed all the way across, it's not a Germanic design. It was a design adopted from somewhere else. Celts had straight back blades. And you can kind of see that in the modern Scottish bladesmithing tradition, because like we see filing on the back of a blade, the decorative filing, that comes from the Scots, the Gaels. And they did that because they had a long, straight blade back. Now, yes, down the dirks and stuff do have a drop point as well, like the Seaxes do. Check this one more time. Doing all right. But what I'm trying to say is, the Celts, before their interaction with the Anglo-Saxons, were doing straight back blades. The drop point was inspired, even in Scotland, it was inspired by the Anglo-Saxons, the Germanic invasions of Britain. So you can kind of see that. Where was I going with the next part? But yeah, I've seen those in sites in the archaeological record, right alongside Seaxes. I've seen Roman knives, Eastern Empire stuff, like jewelry and imports as well. Let that go a little longer, I think. I'll check the chat while that's heating up. Dead zone. No questions. That's fine. Makes my job easier. Just waiting for this to heat up. Might have to make more coffee. That's too hot. Ooh, almost too hot. Don't do that again, Sam. There we go. Got that down. Got that down. There we go. Much better shoulder there. Just like that. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Back to the flames. See what I got for a punch. Oh, I think that'll work. Big. Stay there. Glove. Punch some holes, huh? Let's see if I can do this in one heat. No, sure, not sure. Oh. There's nothing. Not one heat, sorry. Got it marked out though. Alright, that's one. I guess I'll use the tongs. Don't want to make a huge hole here. Might be inevitable. My next move is to hit that with a... Yeah, it's not the best of tools. Just a mild steel punch. Always have to keep adjusting it. Should really file that down better. Got something better here to punch with? Nope, that's a square punch. That would be horrible. Almost. Almost. A little more heat. Hello. Let me just check the live chat real quick. Sorry if I'm moving the camera. All right. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the live chat or the comment section. Happy to answer them when I see the question. A little too hot. That's all right. Not terribly hot. Hot enough to get the job done. I don't talk my way through it. I'll cheat. Not quite. Trying to punch through a tool steel with mild steel as a chore. Get that over here. Turn that back on. Get that hot. I gotta fix this again. It's all over the place. And I gotta file that flat because it's not punching. It's not cutting the steel, making the hole. That's my own fault. I did that. Let that soak. Let me get my file real quick and see if I can't just flash that down flat. Could use the 2x72. Check the section here. See, this punch is just all messed up. You probably couldn't see that. The live stream resolution is terrible, I've noticed. So get that flatter for a second. Could use a machine, but I'm not gonna. I am the machine. Gonna give this 30 seconds, guys. Again, you go ahead and feel free to put a question in the live stream chat or in the comments, and I'll get to you. I promise. Just be patient with me. I do have iron in the fire. Get those filings out. There we go. Much better. All right. Fire hot again. Dull orange is not what we want. Let's put this here. Check this. It won't fall any further. Hey. All right. So, try not to drop things like me. All right, there's that. Guess we can turn that off. I gotta straighten this out first. It's all messed up from the last heat, as you can see. I don't want to stress it out too much. It's a very thin hole. All right, now that I've straightened it out, I'll get it hot for the punch. A little messy because the tool wasn't maintained correctly. Then it was my fault. So instead of cutting a clean hole, it's forcing it down into the anvil. Open this up a little bit more. That's probably enough open. Don't want to burn off my hard work. There we go. That should do it. All right. It's a nightmare. One more heat. Not exactly where I want to do this. All right. The reason I'm stopping is I have to work within certain temperature parameters with this steel. Otherwise, I do risk cracking it or breaking it altogether. That's why you see me stopping while it's still glowing. I'm like, no. I'd rather not risk it. More coffee, real quick. I'm gonna have to make some more. Then I'm gonna have to walk to the store because I'm almost out of actual coffee. I think that's hot enough. You gotta straighten it again. Rinse and repeat. I'll straighten it out with that heat. It's almost through. I can see daylight on the other side. Force that down on itself. Just trying to respect the steel as much as I can so it doesn't crack open. It doesn't like me. I already know that. It really doesn't like me. In fact, it wants to crack. So what I got to do is be very careful this next heat. And see what happens. You know, if it cracks, I have plenty of material to make more tang. And what I'll do is I'll make a better punch so that doesn't happen again. And that's what I'm dealing with here. Terrible punchitis. My fault though. My fault. Soak in that heat. Try this again. Hopefully I get the hole through there without destroying the piece. This is the goal. Not hot enough. More heat. I hate wearing a glove on my tong hands, but because I'm about to grab a punch that's really short-handled, I have to have a glove on. I just toast my hand to death if I don't. I think we're close to heat now. I want to make sure it's yellow before I pull it out of the fire. That gives me enough time to work the metal. Be pragmatic about this. Wasn't that hot, but I just had to flip it over quick so I see what's going on. Like that. Almost got the steel punched through. The reason I'm doing it this hard way instead of drilling it is all my drill bits fail drilling this steel. So that's why I'm doing it this way. It's the old way. That's the loud way. All right, punch. It's just you and me now. One more time. Alrighty then. I have a special tool for this I'm going to use. It's called the monkey tool. And every trade has a monkey tool. This one's very specific for blacksmithing. The monkey tool. This. Got some holes, spacers basically. It'll allow me to do that. It'll get more support underneath the steel. Alright. Is it hot enough? Who knows? Well, it needs to be straightened, that's for sure. Holy cow. Holy moly. I see what's going on there. That's okay. Everything is still golden. Plenty of material. Plenty. Alright, there's that. There's that. Alright, now I'll heat that up for the cut. Push that through. I have to always straighten it, otherwise it's going to be hell trying to work. You lose time, you lose heat, and you lose time. Alrighty, getting closer. check the chat real quick. No new questions? That's okay. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I guess I should check it. Let's see. Not quite. Okay. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Try to get into this first, shall we? Beautiful. We're through. Thank you, monkey tool. I'm stuck in there. That's good. Let's tap that out. Without riveting it in, of course. Just like that. Not going to straighten it at great heat. Put it back into the fire. Clean it up after. And that's a very important part of the Anglo-Saxon Seax or Langseax. You need a rivet to anchor it in the handle, not just pitch or epoxy. The birds agree. There, no. I don't know if you can see it, it's on the anvil, but there's a little plug that came out. I'll show you in the camera here close up. Like that. Get a little closer here without burning off my tang. I think it's more heat. That's ridiculous. Here, I'll bring this closer so you can see it. What came out of the hole here. Well, hard to see. It's this little speck right here. That's what came out. I'll make the hole. Now I'll show you the hole. Once I flatten it out. There's the hole. Now I gotta clean the hole up by putting the tool through it one more time. So it's nice and perfectly round, or close to round. Need to find out where my tool fell down to. Kind of need that. There we go. The tool. Just soak in that heat. Exactly. Motorcycle time. All right. Just gonna set this in here to be able to clean up the hole. Pull that out. Like so. Flip. Yeah, that was dangerous. I don't want to do that too much. Just want to just gently reshape the hole, basically. Now, back to the fire it goes. And I'll show you what happened with that. And it's okay if the bulge of the, from stretching the hole is a little wider than the tang, because it's going to act like a key. First off, I'm going to burn into into the block of wood or handle or bone, depending on what I choose. And when I fill it with epoxy, you know, I'm going to use epoxy because it's stronger than hot pitch. The epoxy will seal in front of that bulge, acting like a key, and it won't come out. So it's important. It's okay. It works out just fine. Let's flatten it down a little bit. It's not the prettiest hole. It's a hole. Just see what I'm looking at. About worse. But that gives you the idea. See if you can see the hole. Just step in the camera here. There you go. You can see the hole in there now. I'm going to use that as the rivet to hold that into the handle for the Langseax. Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Hola,
La venta
¿de bonsai?
Sim, tem bonsai também.
¿De acá?
Por vende não, agora não. Inverno ou riba temporada, entende?
Ah, bien.
Sim. Da folhas caiu pouco feio, né? Sim. Mais mês, tudo pronto, basicamente. Sim.
Bien. Yo nunca he visto uno, lo he visto por la televisión solamente. ¿No tienes alguno tuyo?
Se tem do canal do YouTube, pode ser da Guilherme Alves.
¿Puedo?
Sim, aqui na esquina tem a placa.
Sí.
Sim, tem Mil Alves dentro do canal do YouTube.
De cannabis.
Sim, do canal.
Ah,
Sim.
Ah,
Canal do YouTube, sim.
en YouTube, bien.
Sim.
Y una consulta. Yo soy de Argentina, vivo en un lugar que hace muito calor.
Sim.
No problem?
Muito calor? No. Depende da espécie de árvore ou plantas. Mas muitas plantas aqui gostam de calor.
Ah, bien.
Em geral.
O sea, hay distintas plantas bonsai para distintos climas.
Sim, é importante lembrar isso, Parchi. Muitas árvores aqui, América do Sul, Mesoamérica, de árvores gostam de calor, gostam de umidade. A umidade parte depende. De cerrado, de clima altos, diferente. Mas o clima abaixo, aqui na vales,
Donde vivo
tranquilo.
yo es muy árido,
Sim.
seco.
Perto do mar é perigoso também.
Sí.
Sim.
¿Y cuánto cuesta más o menos una planta?
Qual anos a idade?
Ah, bien.
Mais velho, mais valor, hein?
Bien.
Mais valorizado.
Pero más o menos,
2 anos é basicamente R$300, mais ou menos. E per ano cento mais, entende? Sim, basicamente.
sí. Pero los que generalmente se venden tienen 2 años, 3.
Sim, meu vende todos. E novos também, e faz aulas de bonsai também. São novos mudas.
Bien.
Depende da você escola, né?
Sí.
Você decide.
¿Y es
Experiência.
difícil mantenerlos?
No, depende da espécie. Tem species muito fácil de
Muy fácil.
manter.
Mantención periódica.
Sim, mas tem árvores uma vez por semana precisa água, tranquilo.
Agua.
Ou tem species que precisam pouco luz, entende? Por dentro da casa.
Sí. ¿Y hay que irlo cortando?
Depende. You have to cortando 2-3 vezes por ano, basicamente.
No más.
Não muitos. De novo, the species depende. Like ficus, crescer rápido. The ficus gosta de dentro também, né?
Sí.
Chiflera gosta dentro, but crescer lentamente. So it's importante você precisa uma árvore, não precisa de controle muito, de atenção muito. So, escola ficus ou jade, sabe jade?
Ah.
The planta is jade. Ou
Ahí en en tu sitio, en tu site, puedo ver especies.
Sim, sim. The árvores mais jovem provavelmente tem mudas por vendes.
Ok.
Sim, sim.
Bueno,
Good.
obrigado.
De nada, de nada. Well, guys, that was me speaking terribly broken Portuguese to people who speak Spanish. That's, or Portugal, I'm not sure. Back to Anglo-Saxon blades. Now, that being said, I'll be doing a meteorite blade later, if you're just catching up, after probably tomorrow or Saturday. Saturday will be more swordsmithing live. Still going to reduce that huge bar down. And I'm going to do an Andalusian, Spanish Andalusian knife, starting early next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. That's going to be pretty cool. And I did not forget about the Bowie knife. We still got that Bowie knife for to auction off. I got auction slots. And if you don't win the full first drawing, you're eligible for a second drawing without any more money. So consider getting the tickets. Get them at mainblacksmiths.com on our store. Wazzy, we're getting there. A little more charcoal. Gotta forge out this piece of steel now. Into a blade shape for a Seax, so a Langseax. That's gonna be interesting. We get the last heat on the tank for now. It's the normalizing heat. Just want to get it all in line. Looks decent. It's ugly, but it's going to be inside the handle, so no one's gonna know. Who's gonna know? No one's gonna know. All right. And that rough surface actually is going to do me justice with the epoxy, so I'm really not complaining. Why would I complain? So I'll let that cool for a second. Gonna put more charcoal on the fire. Don't fall down. So I need to change the angle of the camera for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Back up to here we go. So I'm gonna be working on the knife in the vise. I've been putting some, I don't care how I use this junk file. Gotta put some notches in the tang of this smaller Anglo-Saxon knife I've already finished. Can't get a hole through it, and I didn't punch the hole hot like I just did on the other one. So I'm just gonna manipulate some notches that'll hold the epoxy for me, act like keys. That'll be enough. Oh yeah. There you go. I'll give you a close up on this in a second, I promise. There's that. There it is. All right, that's ready. Show you this knife real quick. So I gotta clean it up still because I got some heat lines on it. Man, the focus on this camera is terrible, guys. I'm so sorry. But you can kind of see those notches in there. I'll change the camera angle when I put this together. You'll see these notches a lot better. Hello, those who are just joining the stream. I got a blade cooling down here on the anvil. I have a blade here that is ready to be put into antler for the handle. So I'm going to pull the camera back so you guys can see all that happening. Well, actually, no, you want to see this in the vise, right? 1 second. You can look outside the theater blacksmith shop. All right. So I'm going to wrap up the handle here. Let's see here. I'm going to say that it's really hard to say which side is bigger, which side is smaller. Guess I should put the calipers on it. Figure that out. Come to me, calipers. Just gotta find my calipers. They're somewhere around there. Ah, there they are. Buried. Alright. This one is, well, I need light to see what I'm doing. This one is 33 millimeters by 28. 33 by 28, and this is 33 by 28. So it's the same width. So I think the back is, I think the blue side is actually wider. All right, so that's going to be the orientation then. So be it. So be it. All right. Sorry, calipers, I'm going to get you all dirty. Blacksmith shop. Inevitable. Like Thanos. It's inevitable. Alright, I need to do this. Don't judge me. You're going to love this. I'm going to have to change the angle for you all to appreciate what I'm about to do next with this pilot hole. Alright. Let me see what I can do here. Get the better angle for you. You can see what the hell's going on. Take my calipers back so they don't melt. Plastic. We need to get some better calipers in this shop. I agree. Now I need my nifty tool. Yep, you heard that right. This. Now, wherever I just put my knife, there it is. I'm going to make sure that it's the right drill bit in here. I don't want to drill too big. You know, you want to make sure that your bit and the material you're going in with is, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So, wow, that steel sings. Let's eyeball this for a second. I'm gonna have to burn this out probably. I'm probably gonna have to put some sort of wood cap on this. There we go. Not as intended, but it works. Let's see. Get this pilot hole drilled. And the rest is magic. Gonna heat up some steel now. I'm gonna keep the blade nearby so I can keep fitting it in there. But there you get the idea of what's going on. So I'm going to have a piece of iron I'm going to put in here, and then I'm going to eventually seat this in with epoxy behind it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. Let's see here. Let's do something like that. You guys can see what's going on better. So, this part of the knife is done for the other knife. I have to forge this whole thing out. So I'll do that in a bit. Firstly, I need to find stock that I can use to burn into that. And this I got this stock here. Put this in the fire, and I'm going to shape it roughly so it looks like the tang of my knife, and then I'm going to throw it in there. While that heats up, I'm going to go for a bio break. Right back, folks. Alrighty, I'm back. Fear not, I'm probably burning that piece of steel to hell. Nah, it's alright. Lost that piece already. There it is. Fresh coals, dangerous. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. Iron here, taper it out a little bit. There we go. There's that. A little more heat on that. Now we compare the sizes with the blade that I have forged already. Looking forward to getting that in there. I'll make another one of these blades. I'm going to sell these if you're curious. Little Anglo-Saxon table knives, basically. This is actually like a centimeter longer than it was, in the find that they dug up. I think they're really small knives. Most knives are pretty small from that period. And people don't realize that steel and iron was considered a semi-precious material. It's truth. All right. sign. God, that's close. It's close. I don't want it to, I need to thin it out a little. You don't want, because with the heat, it's gonna flare. So if it's the same size as the hole you want it to be, it's not going to make the same size hole that you want it to be. Make sense? Oh, more heat. Check my measurements one more time. Needs to get smaller on the end. All right, we're almost there. Sam, people are like, Sam, why don't you just use the knife itself? Well, people don't realize that every time you bring the steel to a certain temperature, it loses 1% of its mass. Why would I want to use my tool 10 more times and lose maybe, you know, exponentially decreases, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to lose a percentage of my material while trying to do that, so I have a sacrificial piece instead. I hope that makes more sense now. Should be hotter. Tudo bem? There we go. You have the tool. You guys are probably anxious to see how this tool works. Hey, puppy. Hey, Owens.
How are you?
All right, buddy.
Oh, working.
Working, yes.
Yes, I'm not here to disturb you.
No. I'm actually doing a live stream, so you're with other people. It's okay.
Okay, and I bring my back here full of beer.
Oh no, not full of beer. I'd take a beer if you have a beer.
I don't know if you like beer, but maybe.
I definitely like
want
beer.
some beer, then maybe.
Yes.
Just maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I like beer. Do you need a seat? The thing is,
You like beer? No.
I'm burning a hole.
I don't believe it.
I'm burning a hole in the antler to put this knife in there.
Oi?
I'm burning a hole. Quemar uma buraco aqui.
Sim, okay, sim, I understand.
Just so you understand what I'm doing.
No, you make a hole to put.
Yeah, but I'm doing it.
I'm not here to disturb you.
No. I'm just explaining to you what I do. I drilled a hole in this, and then I made a tool that
A
burns.
knife? Make a knife?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll bring it
Oh,
to you.
yes. I take your beer here.
Okay, I won't say no to a beer. There's no one in the
You
live
like
stream at the
beer
moment. That's all right. But
As much as
I'm
I.
taking this knife.
You like beer as much as I.
Yeah, well, that's the German in us. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I'm trying to make the hole so this fits into here.
Okay.
See? You can kind of get an idea. Oh,
Yeah,
is
a knife.
yeah, but it's one from a museum. They dug it up out of the ground in England in the 1920s, and I copied the design and made it new. I'm making it brand new. Why not? It's from 1,000 years ago.
not?
From 1,300 years ago.
You are making the video and everything.
Yeah, well, it's actually, this is live because I like to advertise, because people don't come to my shop in the winter here, so I advertise, I just broadcast for free on the internet for people to watch me forge.
And everything, everyone can see.
Ask
They can
questions,
ask you
yeah, I mean,
walk, can ask questions. And
People don't get to see a real blacksmith, in the real time. This looks good to me.
Very good.
Well, what are you doing today?
I'm drinking beer.
Okay.
Now with my friend Sam.
Roast.
Close.
That's really good beer.
Right. Not
Thank you.
every day comes someone and they bring you.
No,
a
that's
beer
true. Not every
and
day.
A beer.
A beer is
Yeah,
delivered
no,
to the
so
forge. Let me get
Falling
this.
from the
Let me
sky.
keep working.
Huh?
No. I can drink and talk. Don't worry. I'm just doing it.
Go.
I can drink and talk. I just gotta keep putting this in and
Keep
out.
walking. Keep walking.
Yes. Gotta keep doing this.
Yes.
Two hands. Two hands is better than this for this. You don't want to burn the hole weird. Keep it centered. Smells horrible. But it's important. It's an important step.
Right. This is an amazing work. Man.
Thank you.
Amazing work.
I like doing the old stuff. The old way. I use a lot of modern conveniences, but when it comes to the forging, I keep this old. I don't, but trying to clean metal, it's better to have machines.
Yeah.
You
it's
know?
Artisanal. Eh?
Yes,
We say here. Can we say artisanal in English?
Artisanal.
Homework.
Same
Homework.
idea. Artisanal, we also say artisanal.
Artisanal. It's
Yeah.
The same word. Okay.
Just about.
Okay, just about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you don't have a real door here at the moment.
Ah, no problem. No
Putting
problem.
a real, I had to.
I am at home. I'm at home.
Yeah, but you understand, I have to put a new door in here.
No problem.
I also, I gotta finish the drawing for the church.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
what?
they said yes, basically. I mean, why would you say no to a free cemetery gate, right?
But it's not done again.
I'm gonna make it in probably 2 weeks from now.
Okay. No, all right. I just.
Before I go back to the United States to forge up there. I gotta go back for 2 months to do fairs for Labor Day weekend and take care of some things before winter up there because a lot of the shops have been neglected since I've been here for 2 years straight because of my injury. So it's looking good.
What is your injury?
And what's that?
You had a injury?
Yeah, my knee. Remember?
Ah, yes, on the knee.
I haven't been able to bend my knee to be able to fly,
Okay.
so I've been stuck here. Not that it's a horrible thing. Oh no, stuck here. Oh no, terrible. Where's my knife? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna test the hole. See how we're doing. Oh yeah, we're almost there, everybody. We're almost there. It's gonna look good when it's done. I'm confident. I'm not just saying that because it's mine. So what have you been up to? Relax?
Tomorrow make the bags to go 1 week to Minas Gerais.
That sounds nice. You're gonna go to
Saturday
Ouro
we are
Preto?
going to travel 1 week vacation.
That sounds very nice. Are you going to Ouro Preto?
My nephew is living now in Anglo-Saxon Knives, but the mother of my wife lives near Betim.
Oh, wow.
We're
That's
going
nice.
to Betim, Belo Horizonte. And Betim, Belo Horizonte
Can you
is
bring me back a kilo
very next
of coffee
to
ground?
Ouro Preto. And we pretend to go to Ouro Preto because meu sobrinho, né?
Yes, yes.
He's going.
Can you bring me back a kilo of coffee grau? The coffee of Minas, coffee brasileiro. The coffee from Minas Gerais is the cafe, yeah.
The best.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty, it's up there. Top 3 maybe I've ever had in my life, yeah. It's up there.
Is the coffee they send it to the United States or the Europe?
Yeah.
And here in Brazil, they don't sell this coffee.
I buy it though.
The best coffee go.
I buy the best coffee here usually, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Amazon has it. Like,
É bem mais caro.
it is. I mean, you pay like 140 reais, 150 reais, which is like 20, 25
Then
American
you
dollars
have this.
for 2 pounds.
I know. But né? That's it.
My coffee trees are about this tall. I have 5 cafeteras. I have 5 single. So I'm going to have next year. I'm going to have coffee, my own coffee. I mean, it's good. It's good. All right, I'm gonna have to make this hole bigger. So, and then back to drinking the beer. Thursday. Oops, yeah, she tighten that up a little bit. There you go.
Fazer força.
A little bit of
To make
force.
the craft.
Oh yeah, just gotta make sure you stay centered. You don't bend anything to hell.
Sim.
Now I'm gonna knock out the ash. There's some carbon in there probably. Carbone. From all the burning.
And this wood, what is this wood?
That's not wood. That's antler.
É o quê?
You know antler.
Não é wood?
Stag, you know.
Ah, é chifre?
Chifre, yes.
Ah, eu achei que era wood. Looking from here, I saw.
Why it
that
smells
was
so
wood.
weird.
Ah, mas é chifre de quê? What animal?
The deer. From a deer.
Deer é viado.
Yeah, I think that's the correct word, yes. So I just
É
wanna
chifre. Oh, que louco, man.
Look at that.
Oh,
See?
que massa, man. Oh, yeah.
Once that-
Sure.
I'm gonna-
the smell. The
you
smell. is
smell the
different.
bone, right?
Yeah, it's different. They like the bone.
Mhm.
Now came the smell.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can find a piece of wood to trim this up in here as a transition. But this archaeological find had I only had one material that was unidentifiable, because they usually put them in the sheath and then they get buried with. Never tell what's in the handle. It's always like. So this one actually had it, which means it was probably bone or wood, and so I went with bone because that's an easy choice to go with. And I'm going to sand this down so you don't have this sharp edge all the way around after I epoxy it in. But I think this is exactly where it needs to be.
Show, man. Very raw.
Yeah, that's nice. That'll be nice to
Very
polish
nice,
up.
man. Very good. No, at first I saw from here, I thought it was a wood, but now with the smell is from the bones.
Yeah, I got to pull this out now. It's stuck in there. Oopsies.
100%.
That's okay. We'll get that
Falou,
out.
querido, vou chegar lá, tô...
Muito obrigado for the beer.
Oh, nada.
Duncan's there. Just like that.
It
Come
is
right off.
nothing.
Well, I'll get the next
always,
one.
Say to everybody, if you don't have friends, you don't have nothing in your life.
That's true.
No?
That's true. I'm gonna move this camera over here so they can see me glue this together.
Just don't make a film for me. I will make you pay me lots of millions of dollars. You make a-
No film of you. Got it. You weren't filming you.
Direitos autorais.
Oh no, you're all okay. They heard your voice. That's for sure. They definitely heard your voice.
Falou, querido.
Falou.
Falou. Se você me filmar aqui sem...
I'll send you a picture when it's done.
Sem me... Yeah, okay.
For sure.
você me filmar aqui sem meus direitos aqui, eu vou te cobrar R$1 milhão.
R$1.000, huh?
É, tá bom.
Oh,
Good work, nice
thank
work.
you. Ate. All right.
Good to see you.
It's
here
good to
again,
see you. Yes,
working,
it was
man.
good to see you. Yeah, I only put a few hours a day in here right now, but I want to do more. So.
Muitas vezes eu passo e você não tá, aí não vê.
Yeah.
e
The
tal.
mornings-
Hoje eu vi e eu parei, né? Porque
The mornings are slow because I don't have Airbnb set up right now. I used to have Airbnb, which gave me motivation to get out and down here earlier.
mornings I work at the home,
Oh,
make my woodwork,
yeah.
then normally I come after depois de meio-dia, né?
Right, after the middle day afternoon,
After
yes.
the middle day,
I gotta clean this up.
Falou, querido.
All right,
Bom
valeu.
trabalho, mano.
Até
Quer mais uma
próxima.
bia aí pra depois, não?
No, I got one. Thank you. Muito obrigado for one.
Valeu, querido.
Take care, my friend. I'll see you soon.
I see you soon.
Absolutely. Come
We
certeza.
are here. Falou.
Falou.
I take my bike and go home.
Yes, sir. Relax. Have a good day.
Falou, you too.
All right, I gotta epoxy this knife together now.
Good work. And when it's done,
I'll send you
me a
picture.
picture.
Absolutely.
For
Yes, sir.
This knife.
Ja visst.
Falou.
Hello. I'm just gonna get the carbon out of this now. Get this out of here too. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna mix up some epoxy. And I gotta also sand my knife a little bit real quick. You can see the knife is a little messed up. A little discolored. Hello, who's just joined the live stream. This is the knife I'm working on right now. This is the handle I just burned a hole into. I gotta polish this up a little bit before I put that on the blade, in the handle. That's the next step, so stay tuned while I get some sandpaper from the back room. Let's do 220. That looks like a good one. So 220 grit. All right. Some 220 on this knife. See what we can do. Bam. All I know is I need better light around here. Pretty much, we're close to the end for now. I'm gonna do some more forging after I glue this. But this is gonna be the last of the finish work. I'll clean up the blade more once it's glued in. Just want to get the transitional area, the bolster cleaned up where I can't get at it with the sandpaper so easy. You also want to get the excess dirt and soot off the tang area, especially if it's been in the fire since you've shaped it. Get that extra dirt off and allow it to bond to the material better. You can also clean it with alcohol, but I'm not going to do it this step. It's not a necessary step. Just like that. A little bit more love. On there, on there, on there. Just like that. All right. So, let's mix up some epoxy. That's my next stage. Wow, that is still got some wet epoxy on it. I guess that wasn't really mixed very well. My bad. All right. That's from like 2 days ago. Why is that still wet? Try not to stand in my own light so you guys can see what's going on. All right, that's probably enough. There she goes. Let's put those back together before I forget. Trying not to get covered in chemical goop. I hate it. The only drawback about epoxy is it's just, smells horrible, is horrible. Doesn't even cross-threaded caps. My God. All right, just be gone. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up in my own shadow. Sorry about that. Continue to mix that up. Give that a good 20 seconds or so of mixing. Maybe a little bit more. All right, there we go. We've got that mixed, like so. All right, that like so. And we're going to just put that right into the hole like so. And it's going to need more, for sure. It's quite a large cavern we burned into there, which is fine. There we go. We're going to have some excess come out of that hole most likely, which is fine. We'll cut that off and grind that off later. I've got a curve of the handle, the curve of the blade. The hole's already been oriented the correct way. Trying not to hit the head out of that. There we go. Not bad. And I'll shape the bolster area once the epoxy has a chance to dry, although it's going to need some more epoxy up in there. What I'm probably going to do is leave that as is, because I want the epoxy voids here that have made valleys to be like a key for whatever I decide to add to this. I might add a piece of decorative wood to this. We'll see how that goes once it's dried up. So let me go back to forging. Do a little bit more forging, shall we? A little dark forging. We'll wash my hand real quick after I put the charcoal up on it. Get that piece of steel out of there before it burns to hell. The piece I was using to burn the holes was that piece. Keep that around. I might need that for later. All right, I'll be right back. You guys watch the fire, do the fire show. And I'm back. Just for those who come back, who look later, there's the one knife that's been put together. We're waiting for that to glue to dry. That's a nice hot fire. It's still warm, but it's cold now. All right. That is one ugly hole. That's what he said. All right. I'm going to keep forging this up for another 20 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to use the Swedish knife making tongs now that this is the right size. You can see the Swedish knife making tongs are quite advantageous. Thank you, Sweden. do a couple more heats and then we'll call it the end of the live stream. There isn't really anyone watching right now, which is okay. But I'm sure people will watch it later. A lot of have questions. It's a little warm. We'll give that a break. Maybe too hot. We'll see. We'll see if I burn it to hell. Nope, we're still good. Get this thing rough forged out so I have an easier job tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'll finish this Seax. I'll start the Meteorite Seax, and I'll probably handle the Samoan K knives. Got the test all set up in the back for the Samoan K knives. That will be exciting. We'll go back to the Swedish tones. They are better for this. Truly. Truly. So many trulies. I can barely tell. Flatten it out. Getting dark out there. Check the live stream chat, see if there's any questions. Nope, no questions. That's fine. Just fine. I've seen worse. Working that back. Quasi. Almost. Getting dark now, that's for sure. I get a couple more heats on this and then I'm gonna have to stop. So I can see what I'm doing. Don't stare at the fire, you won't be able to see what you're doing. Almost. Street lights came on. That's a sign. There we go. Work. Keep that nice and hot. Hot enough, so. flip it around the fire to get the inside. We'll see. Lovely. Let's give it a little more try. It's not getting the heat we need. Take that and that. There you go. Check the chat and see if we got any questions. Nada. It's all right. All is good in the world. That's probably not. Let that soak. There we go. Gets it hot in place if you haven't had it hot before. Pull this material down. I'm not trying to lengthen it any more than it already is. I might even cut it shorter if I want, but we'll see how it goes. See how it turns out. Put more heat on there for sure. I want to make it like another ½ an inch wider. I have the material, I just gotta stretch it out. There we go. Can't see anything now. I'm standing in my own light. You don't want light over the forge though. You want to see the true color of the steel. That's why I don't put light directly over the forge. I probably make this the last heat. Maybe. I mean, a long live stream doesn't hurt for people that are really interested and can see the entire process. I do apologize for the resolution. Not a lot I can do about that. Give it a few more seconds of blast. Let's soak. I don't know if we're actually at temperature. I'm going to check them though. Use these tongs instead this time. We'll easily get at it. Yeah, we need a little more temp. Let's get the yellow instead of orange. Alright, so tomorrow will be more of this Arkansas toothpick in the beginning of the Meteorite knife. The Meteorite Seax. An order someone placed an order, so I'm going to get that done. I'm going to go ahead and grab my glorious Swedish tongs because they just work so well for this, as one would expect. Just want to flatten the bar down more tangle at first. That's what I'm after here. fire. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this live stream. I'm going to be posting updates and doing more live streams on finishing this knife and the knife that you saw earlier. So definitely consider liking and subscribing if you're not subscribed, and click the bell so you can get the notification. And until next time.